If you'd like to get some cheaper models and support the channel, please use the affiliate link below. Thank you. Now on to the video. Hello and welcome to this video. In the video today we'll be looking at the Deimos Pattern Rhino. Now I've already built the model, so unfortunately there's no sprues to look at, but let's have a look and see what's left. After building the model, there's only one sprue that is left. The other sprues that you get within the box, you do use all the bits in it, which is really good to see for a change, rather than ending up with lots of spare little pieces here and there. So what you're left with is like a hunter killer missile looking kind of thing, combi flamer, heavy bolter pintle, combi melter, the bolter bit for the combi melter, combi volkite, combi flamer, combi plasma, heavy flamer part, the other half of this, the dozer blade, the havoc launcher, a couple of heads, searchlight, the smoke launchers if you don't put them on, and a couple of hatch covers, but you only get 2 hatches themselves. And that's the other side. So this is the finished model. It's gone together really well. The only bit that was tricky is the Rhino door hatch here. I've had to use a knife and the drill bit just to make the holes just a little bit deeper, just for the door to fit in, because otherwise the door wasn't going to be fitting flush with that side there. And even still after that, it's still not closing 100% shut. Now the box art for the Sons of Horus one says that the black should come across the front, but I'm not mad keen on getting, I know I won't get a fully straight line when I do that, so I've elected to do it incredibly similar to how I've done my Night Lords ones. And 2 black panels there and all these little black squares scattered all over it. On the top I went for the pintle mounted multi-melter. It's the expensive option at 30 points for the upgrade, but it's just one more anti-tank option, so I do quite like the idea of having that. And then you get the part to make a combi bolter. Now what's suggested is if you don't want the pintle mounted multi-melter, then you just put 1 bolter there and 1 bolter in that hatch. Personally, I'd rather have that there and then either a spare empty hatch or the hatch for the multi-melter. It'd be nice for the kit to give you 1 more hatch so that you can chop and change between them, but in theory the more kits you get that only use 1 hatch, as long as you keep using this one for example, you can make variations for this one. So with the Land Raider I got previously, I have 1 spare hatch for this side, so I can make that into a heavy bolter or just a closed hatch or a hatch with a guy popping out of it. One or the other. Now with it being the plastic kit, all of it is plastic, which was much easier to work with. I've built quite a few resin hybrids of the Deimos Rhino, and getting this side panel to line up along here was always a bit of a pain. Sometimes it wouldn't, sometimes it would. You'd have to hold it with elastic bands to ensure it's in place, or even just heat it up with some hot water and push it into place and hopefully not warp the middle there. But it's gone together really well. If you were to get the Predator version, then just underneath the exhaust panel here is a box, and you just swap that out, so you can't actually see where the two pieces are. You can only see it if you look down on it from above, where you can see there and some there, a line to indicate it's there, but it's completely concealed on the side by the exhaust panels, which is brilliant. So if you were to get a Predator or a different kit, this bit would be covered up because the line is underneath here. This is an additional piece, is the footplate to put in to conceal that line, which goes really well. Overall, I really like the kit. It's a good 30 point or 35 point base unit, just for protecting your 10 Space Marines or whatever it is you choose to put inside of it. I'm going to be aiming to build a Sons of Horus list using the Long March, which means that everyone gets additional movement, which should be brilliant in helping getting people around the board. And the drawback is that all units with the heavy subtype need to start either outflanking or in reserve or inside a Rhino, which means that turn 1, my 10-man Lascannon squad that I'm planning on building will have to be in a Rhino, so it's kind of null and void, which is annoying. But we'll see how it goes, see if the distance makes a difference or not, or whether I'm just going to go for a different Rite of War or even no Rite of War. We will wait and see. But at the minute, what I've got for my army for the Sons of Horus so far is 2 Rhinos, a Land Raider, and then a drop pod, seeing as they have changed the fact that the Charybdis will not be part of the 40k range anymore, which is a shame for my Void Dragons. Thanks for watching.